These are our apple cannon slash pumpkin cannons we built these 2 years ago, so we've got 2 years, 2 seasons under our belts trying to figure out, what works and what doesn't work. We changed the breech load mechanism on this, so now it's completely disassemblable. The benefit of that is if you're starting to get the mechanism moving slowly, you're getting buildup of apple pieces, parts, whether it be apple or pumpkin parts. So we can completely disassemble the breech mechanism for cleaning. That makes it a nice setup so that once a week, once every 2 weeks, whatever it may be, you can take it apart, clean it so it's back to original. Soap and water is all it takes to clean it. You're basically breaking up the sugars in the apples. We have safety features on it. This is the load mechanism here. Push this in, drop your apple in, release. This is pushed forward, it will not fire. That way if anyone's putting their hand down in there to load an apple, you don't have to worry about this thing firing. As soon as you release it, aim, pull the trigger. What we're after with this is something so the customers can do it all themselves. We want the customer to do the loading, we want the customer to do the firing. We have 6 cannons here at our farm. With that, we can have 2 employees on a busy day, 1 taking money, 1 filling buckets, and showing the customers how they work. So with 6 cannons, we're able to run it with 2 people. We can really cut down on manpower and make it a win-win for the owners. And they're fast too, like as soon as you pick up an apple, you throw it in, you fire. So it's all about the speed, so you can get your customers through there quicker, and the ease of operation for the customer. This is a 4-inch barrel on this, and what we do is we put a choke in it, so we can we put different size chokes in it depending on what size ammunition you want to fire. We're an apple farm, so we try and size all our apples. We're 3-inch down. We're using a 3-inch barrel, so anything under 3-inch we feel fairly comfortable to go through it. You can shoot it all day long. All you're doing is wasting air. You will find that customers are overzealous and the kids will just hit the triggers and keep hitting the trigger. But there are timers in there that limit how long the trigger will stay open. If you pull the trigger and hold it, it'll only stay open for a set period of time. It doesn't continuously drain the air. It'll reset itself as soon as you let go of the trigger, and then you can fire again. We're shooting 100 pounds of pressure. Max pressure on these things is 125 psi. We usually run 100 pounds of pressure. You can go all the way down to 80 and still have excellent range and shootability. We recommend steel targets. If you were to buy these, we recommend the targets you're shooting at have to be steel. We were originally shooting at plywood targets, 3/4 inch plywood, and we were blowing holes in the plywood. So we highly recommend going to steel targets if you consider this investment. Timer computers is completely simple. You're talking 110 volts. We're looking at a 12 volt system this winter, but right now it's basically what you need is 110 volts of power and an air compressor. We use a 500 gallon propane tank for additional pressure so that we have more volume for a bladder tank. We run 4 compressors. It takes about 3/4 of a CFM to shoot it. The bottom chamber on this is your air tank, and volume when you hit the trigger where we have them set usually up about 3/4 of a CFM. To run 6 cannons, you need about 100 CFM of air on a busy day. Well, there's no getting out, and now you gotta wonder. Wide platform. We have elevation stops on this, so if you have issues with distance, we have bolts there designed for elevation so you can limit how high and how low it can go. We have welded stops side to side. We're currently welding at about a 45-degree angle. We can make that narrower if you so choose, but we basically currently just have one set for the stops. for all the cannons that we sell. They come in a tan color. We camouflage all ours, but they'll come tan, kind of a Desert Storm tan, and you know, you can dress them up how you prefer. Our insurance policy just basically covers it, just like they do our jumping pillows. We don't have any special riders or anything. Our cannons themselves do have product liability insurance on them, so if there was an issue with the cannon itself, you know, we do have liability insurance to protect the purchaser. All we recommend when you get it, you know, the biggest concern I have is space. You want to make sure wherever you put these, you have plenty of space. There's nobody behind you where you're shooting to the other end of this. Nothing side to side, so that you have no concerns about hitting anybody. As we talked about the choke mechanism that we put in these, as you can see, pieces of parts. But basically what we're looking at is just a cylinder to narrow up the size of the barrels. But we got multiple sizes we can put in there, and slide in, and you're all set to go. Your additional products you can buy for your cannons, if you so choose. As I said, we don't move ours because they're bolted to the ground. So in the winter time, after we're done using it, we have a bag to cover them up.
As you can swing, it will still mean nothing. Should have seen it coming, it had to happen sometime.